He who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. He who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. 3 in the morning, he's still watching. 3 in the morning when the darkness feels the heaviest. Every quiet hour of the night becomes the deadliest. Deadliest for the ones who face it without covering. Every sleepless night I had, he was hovering. Hovering above the chaos, hovering above the breaking. Every midnight that I tremble, he was wide awake and taking inventory of the threats before they reach me. Every shadow in the darkness, his eyes already see. See beyond the natural, see beyond the visible. Every danger headed toward my life, invisible to me, but fully known to who is watching. Every 3 a.m. attack, he was already blocking every arrow that was aimed at me in darkness. Every night I felt abandoned, that was just the hardest lie the enemy constructed in the silence. He never sleeps, and that's my act of full reliance. Guardian never sleeps, never slumbers, never closes. Every night I thought I was alone, he was the closest in the darkest hour, closest in the silence. Guardian never sleeps, and that's my full reliance. Salmo 120, already said it clearly. Every step I take, he watches over me so nearly close enough to catch me before I hit the ground. Guardian never sleeps, and he is always found. Lifted up my eyes to where my help was always coming. Every mountain in my way was never what was running. Run from the battle, he was running to the front. Every midnight felt like more than I could ever want. Wanna quit, wanna fold, wanna let the darkness win. Every silent watcher on the wall was always him. Him alone the keeper, him alone the guardian. Every threat against my life just met the battalion of a presence that surrounds me on all sides. Every left and every right he guards, and nothing hides. Eyes from eyes and never close and never lose they focus. Every night I called his name, he was already closest in the valley, closest on the mountain. Every drop of strength I needed, he became the fountain flowing through the night that never once ran dry. Guardian never sleeps, and that is always why. Sun won't strike me in the day, moon won't harm me in the night. Every coming and my going, wrapped inside his sight that spans eternity and reaches every corner. Every 3 a.m. attack just met the ultimate 4-1-0 who already blocked the arrow in the spirit. Every threat before it formed, he was already near it, and dismantling it before it reached my door. Guardian never sleeps, and that's what I was made for. To be covered by the one who never closes. Every night I made it through, he was holding all the doses of his mercy, doses of his watching, doses of his care. Guardian never sleeps, and he was always there. Guardian never sleeps, never slumbers, never closes. Every night I thought I was alone, he was the closest in the darkest hour, closest in the silence. Guardian never sleeps, and that's my full reliance. Salmo 120, already said it clearly. Every step I take, he watches over me so nearly close enough to catch me before I hit the ground. Guardian never sleeps, and he is always found. Preservation of my soul never left a chance. Every night the enemy advanced, he took a stance between the darkness and the life he chose to cover. Every sleeping city had a God who kept on hovering above the rooftops, hovering above the broken. Every promise over my life in midnight still spoken through the silence, spoken through the waiting. Guardian never sleeps, and he was always calculating every move before the enemy made it. Every trap they set for me before I got there, he erased it from the path and rerouted every danger. Guardian never sleeps, I am never a stranger to his watching, stranger to his keeping. Every night I made it through, he never once was sleeping. Sleeping is a thing he doesn't do for those he covers. Guardian never sleeps, and that's what midnight discovers. He watched through every night I thought would never end. He watched through every night I thought would never end. Guardian never sleep, and he never will. Yeah, yeah. Thought you finished here among the dry and broken pieces. Every dream you buried in this valley, none of it ceases. Ceases in my hands because I specialize in dead things. Every bone that lost its flesh. Watch what my breath brings. Brings the life back, brings the purpose back, brings the calling. Every valley full of dry bones hurt me and stop falling. Falling was the season, but the season has an expiration. Every dead and dried out dream is just my next creation. Creation out of nothing is the thing I do the greatest. Every valley that you're sitting in, I'm in the latest chapter of a story they declare was over. Every dry bone in your life, I'm moving closer, closer with the breath that spoke the universe to order. Every dead thing in your valley just received a new recorder of a story that was never meant to end here. Rise from the valley, I have not gone anywhere near. Rise from the valley, you're not finished in this place. Every dry bone in your story still has purpose and has grace. Grace to be restored, grace to be rebuilt, grace to be renewed. Rise from the valley, watch what my breath will do. Do the dead and dried out things that gave up on the morning. Rise from the valley and receive it without warning. What I'm about to do will shock the ones who watched you. Rise from the valley. This is me and I am not forgot you. Ezekiel stood and watched the valley come together. Every scattered bone found its place regardless of the weather. Whether or depression, whether or the spiritual dying. Every dry and brittle dream, watch, I am not lying. Lying in the valley, thinking nothing grows from nothing. Every breath I breathe on dead things starts to reconstructing what the enemy declared was past redemption. Every resurrection in your story starts with my intervention in the valley when the bones are at the driest. Every moment that you thought was rock bottom, I was nighest to the broken nights, to the shattered nights, to the hollow. Rise from the valley, every resurrection has a tomorrow that the dry bones never thought they'd live to see it. Every dead dream in your life, I never once agree with the conclusion that your story had no sequel. Rise from the valley, every soul to me is equal. Dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Every scattered dream, I am your reward. Reward of a God who breathes on what is lifeless. Rise from the valley, nothing in my hands is priceless. Priceless is the wrong word, everything I touch is value. Every valley that you in right now, I see all through you. To the version that the breath is about to build. Rise from the valley, every empty place gets filled with breath, filled with purpose, filled with what was taken. Rise from the valley, you were never once forsaken. From the valley, you're not finished in this place. Every dry bone in your story still has purpose and has grace. Grace to be restored, grace to be rebuilt, grace to be renewed. Rise from the valley, watch what my breath will do. Do the dead and dried out things that gave up on the morning. Rise from the valley and receive it without warning. What I'm about to do will shock the ones who watched you. Rise from the valley. This is me and I am not forgot. Every dream they said was dead, too long to be recovered. Every calling that went cold, I never once discovered it is finished in my hands, it stays pending. Every valley has a word that brings the dry bones to an ending. Ending of the dryness, ending of the lifeless, ending of the hollow. Every breathing bone becomes a soldier I can follow in the purpose, follow in the calling, follow in the glory. Rise from the valley, I'm rewriting every story that the enemy declared was closed and buried. Every dry and scattered bone, my breath was always carried for the moment when the valley needs to turn it. Rise from the valley, watch the dry bones start to burning with a life that only heaven could have given. Every dead dream in this valley, look, it's risen from the place they said would be your permanent location. Rise from the valley, that was just a preparation. You are not your valley, you are not your valley. Rise. The breath of God is in this place. Rise. And never look back at this place. More than conquerors. Every wound you tried to hide became the loudest declaration. Every night you cried alone was part of the preparation. Preparation for a glory that the pain was always building. Every broken thing I touched became the finest gilding. Gilding over stories that the world said had no value. Every scar you carry now, I put purpose in the daily dose of suffering that shaped what I was making. Every tear that hit the floor, I caught it, nothing wasted. Wasting is a thing I don't do with the pain of my anointed. Every broken season in your life was God appointed. Appointed not to break you, but to build with comfort could. In every place you said I can't, I was building till you shouldn't doubt the process when the process has a pattern. Every wound that tried to end you, watch what I was after. After was the testimony, after was the glory. Every pain you ever felt became the greatest part of your story. More than conquerors, that's what the pain produced. Every wound became a weapon, every scar became a proof. Proof that what they meant for harm, I turned into a platform. More than conquerors, that's the shape your pain took form. Not just surviving, driving past the place that tried to break you. Every Farida that you carry, watch how I remake you into something that the damage never planned for. More than conquerors, that's what every scar stands for. Thought the diagnosis was the period on your sentence. Every doctor's report I ever overruled with repentance. Repentance of the lie that said your story ended early. Every wound I let you carry, I was watching it so surely. Surely building, surely shaping, surely forming, surely crafting. Every night of desperation was my hands just drafting out the blueprint of a life refined through fire. Every broken moment was just taking you up higher. Higher than the version that the comfortable would've settled. Every scar across your spirit proved the quality of your metal. Metal forging seasons that were brutal and relentless. Every more than conqueror was made inside the defenseless moments where the only thing remaining was a thread of faith, and I was holding it while you were straining toward the morning that I promised from the darkness. Every wound you carry now, I made it into the largest. Romans 8 already sealed and nothing separates my love. Every pain you walk through, wear my fingerprints above the situation, above the diagnosis, above the loss. Every more than conqueror was shaped upon the cross. Cross of their own suffering, cross of their own breaking. Every wound I let them carry, I was always in the making. Making something out of nothing, making beauty out of ashes. Every Farida that you carry, watch it turn to flashes of a glory that the darkness tried to bury. Every more than conqueror was built inside the scary. More than conquerors, that's what the pain produced. Every wound became a weapon, every scar became a proof. Proof that what they meant for harm, I turned into a platform. More than conquerors, that's the shape your pain took form. Not just surviving, driving past the place that tried to break you. Every Farida that you carry, watch how I remake you into something that the damage never planned for. More than conquerors, that's what every scar stands. Every limp you walk with is the evidence of wrestling. Every Jacob in this room knows what I mean by blessing. Blessing came attached to something painful in the getting. Every more than conqueror forgot about through regretting all the seasons when the wound felt like a prison. Every scar you carry is the proof that you have risen past the moment that was meant to be your ending. Every wound that God allowed was purposeful and pending for a season when the testimony matters. Every broken vessel in my hand I use to shatter pieces of a life the enemy thought finished. Every more than conqueror came out of pain diminished is the power of the wound when purpose finds it. Every scar becomes a sermon when my glory redesigns it. Redesigns a narrative from victim into vessel. More than conquerors, and pain was just a wrestle.
The battle is not against flesh and blood. The battle is not against flesh and blood. Put on a full armor. The war already started.
Principalities and powers moving in the atmosphere. Every dark assignment sent against your life is operating here. Hearing the invisible, the war has been raging. Every angel on the front line has been fully engaging forces that your natural eyes were never built to see. Every spiritual wickedness in high places coming from me and everyone to carry something heaven put inside them. Every demon on assignment had a strategy to hide them from the calling, hide them from the purpose, hide them from the grace. Every angel on the front just put them back in their place. Place of zero authority the moment heaven mobilized. Every dark agenda sent against my life just got revived. Revised to nothing by the armies moving on my behalf. Every principality that came against me, God just laughed because they challenged what was covered by the covenant. Angels on the front line and they move with holy eloquence. Angels on the front and they don't sleep and they don't rest. Every dark assignment sent against my life just meant the best. Bitch, the heavens army mobilized and fully ready. Angels on the front and their hand is always steady. Can't see them but I feel the shift when they enter. Every demon in the room just got removed from the center. Center of my life is covered ground they cannot touch. Angels on the front and heaven never does too much. Ephesians 6 already told us what we're really fighting. Every natural enemy is just a shadow of the lightning. Lightning of a spiritual battle happened above us. Every angel on the front line was deployed because he loves us. Loves us with a courage that predates the enemy's assignment. Every dark patrol that crossed my path just make divine alignment. Alignment of an army that was stationed long before my birth. Every angel on the front line knows exactly what I'm worth. Worth enough to send the armies, worth enough to move the forces. Every principality retreats when heaven changes courses. Courses of the battle shift the moment prayer goes up with every angel on the front line. Moving forward, moving upward. Off against the natural in the territory they control. Every spirit sin against my life just lost its foothold. Foothold in the territory, heaven marked as mine already. Angels on the front line and their warfare never goes unsteady. Not against the flesh, not against the blood, not against the natural. Every battle in the spirit make the visible and break it forward and break it to fight the weapons built for human warfare. Every angel on the front line carries something more. Way beyond the natural, way beyond the comprehension. Every dark assignment sent against my life just met the tension. Tension of an army that was never built to lose a fight. Angels on the front line moving heavy in the night. Angels on the front and they don't sleep and they don't rest. Every dark assignment sent against my life just make the best. Best of heavens on me mobilized and fully ready. Angels on the front and their hand is always steady. Can't see them but I feel the shift when they enter. Every demon in the room just got removed from the center. Center of my life is covered brown that cannot touch. Angels on the front and heaven never does too much. Full armor on before I step into the battlefield. Every piece he gave me was designed to make me never yield. You to nothing that the darkness sends against my standing. Every angel on the front line understood my command. Commanding not my own, but other one that's hitting forward. Every principality that rose against me, heaven boarded off the territory marked with bloody covenant. Every angel on the front line moves in holy competence. Competency, our military training never fails. Every dark assignment met the angel army that's fulfilled. Still the atmosphere around my life is something they can't handle. Every demon knows the name that sent the angels just to scandal. Scandal of a God who fights for those who don't deserve it. Every angel on the front line was deployed and they preserved it. Preserving life, the calling and the purpose and the glory. Angels on the front line and that's the whole entire story.
The war is real, but so is all. The war is real, but so is all. Angels on the front, angels on the front, in heaven already won.
Everybody counted him out. The giant was still standing, but David already knew the ending. Smallest in the room was still the one who stepped up first. Every brother in that tent just watched and expected the worst. Worst case scenario was all they saw when they looked at me. Every Goliath in the valley thought the same, just wait and see. See a shepherd boy with no credentials and no armor. Every veteran of war just said go back and be a farmer. Tending sheep was all they thought my life was built for. Every room that underestimated me, that's what I was filled for. Filled for moments that to qualify, were too afraid to enter. Every giant needs someone with no business at the center of the battlefield, and yet there I was running. Every smooth stone in my pouch was heaven's way of coming. Giant coming for the system, coming for the lie. Every Goliath standing tall was destined for a goodbye. Goodbye to the intimidation, goodbye to the taunting. David kind of faith is what I carry, and it's haunting. David kind of faith runs toward but everybody's fleeing. David kind of faith sees the victory without seeing what the natural eye declares is too impossible. David kind of faith makes every giant stoppable by someone that the crowd would never pick. David kind of faith, one stone, one sling, one flick of faith against the force they said would never fall. David kind of faith, and God showed up through it all. Saul tried putting armor on a frame it wasn't built for. Every human solution missed the point of what I was filled for. Filled for something raw and unimpressive to the system. Every giant in my life just thought my faith was rhythm. Rhythm without power, rhythm without backing, rhythm without size. David kind of faith don't fight through anybody's eyes. Eyes of man were always gonna miss what God was doing. Every 5 smooth stones I carried, heaven was reviewing every step before my feet hit valley floor. Every uncircumcised giant never knew what was in store. Store heaven's ammunition loaded in the spirit. Every roar that Goliath made, my God refused to hear it. Hear it as a threat because the outcome was already written. Every David in this room was called before the giant was given as a test to see if faith will run a face. David kind of faith showed up and God showed up to place it. You come with a sword, you come with a spear. I come in the name of the Lord, and that name is the reason you fall. Not by might and not by power, but by something they can't measure. Every giant in my valley is just heaven's hidden treasure of a testimony that required a consultation. Every David kind of faith was born inside humiliation of being last, being least, being overlooked. Every giant that I faced just never knew the book that wrote the ending before the battle started. David kind of faith, and every giant left broken hearted on the ground. The way that pride always finishes. David kind of faith, and God gets all the business. Runs toward what everybody's fleeing. David kind of faith sees the victory without seeing what the natural eye declares is too impossible. David kind of faith makes every giant stoppable by someone that the crowd will never pick. David kind of faith, one stone, one sling, one flick of faith against the force they said would never fall. David kind of faith, and God showed up through it all. Still running at the giants that the armies won't approach. Every valley in my story had a giant and a coach who said the battle is the Lord's before I reach the field. Every David kind of faith refuses to yield to size, yield to reputation, yield to intimidation. Every stone I launch in faith is heaven's declaration over every giant standing in my calling. David kind of faith, and I watch every giant falling like they always do. And faith decides to show every room that wrote me off. Just watch the giant blow up at the impact of a faith they couldn't calculate. Every David kind of moment, God was never running late to the battle, late to the valley, late to the victory. David kind of faith, we wrote my entire history. History is someone they assign the smallest role to. David kind of faith, and God gave me the throne to. One stone, one name, one God. Every giant falls the same. David kind of faith, and he never lost a fight. Yo. Don't you dare turn back now when the water's at your feet. chasing you was always guaranteed defeat. Defeat before they started, cause I moved before you did. Every battle you've been facing, I already winning. He the outcome in my hand before the enemy advanced. Every army sent against you never really had a chance. Chance was never theirs. The field was mine before they marched. Every wall of water standing, I already had it charted. Every step before your feet hit desert ground. Every voice of fear inside you, that ain't me, that's just sound. Sound and fury signifying nothing in the spirit. Every giant in your path already heard my voice and fear it not. Shoot me, the one who walks ahead. Every battle you've been dreading, I already win instead. Instead of sending words, I send myself into the fire. I go first, and I go further, and I go higher. I go first, so you don't have to fear the front line. Every enemy you're facing already crossed mine. Mine is the battle, mine is the outcome, mine is the ground. Go first, just follow where I'm found. Don't freeze up when the water looks too wide to cross. I go first, and nothing I go into is a loss. Loss was never written on the battles that I enter. Go first, I'm always at the center. Tired, I can see it in the way you slowed your walking. Every step feels heavier and doubt it started talking like the giants in the land of two established. Every voice of fear inside you, that's the thing I've abolished. Before morning abolished, before the army. Every force that rose against my chosen never could disarm me. Disarm the God who parted seas and closed them on the enemy. Every wall they built against your destiny, remember me. Remember who walked into every darkness first and came back. Every tomb they sealed against my purpose, I attack with resurrection energy they never calculated. Every chosen one who's tired, you were always designated. Not because you're strong, because I chose you. Every battle looks impossible until I go through it before you and then call you to follow. Go first, every road I walk ain't hollow. Fear is just a feeling that forgets who walks ahead. Every giant in your vision, I already left them dead. There before you got it there, you just gotta keep on moving. Every step of faith you take is just my plan. Improving on the story that I wrote before your birth. I go first, and that means every step of yours is worth. Not in your power, worth not in your preparation. Go first, just the whole entire declaration. I go first, so you don't have to fear the front line. Every enemy you're facing already crossed mine. Mine is the battle, mine is the outcome, mine is the ground. I go first, just follow where I'm found. Don't freeze up when the water looks too wide to cross. I go first, and nothing I go into is a loss. Loss was never written on the battles that I enter. I go first, I'm always at the center. Stand still and watch the salvation that I bring today. Every enemy you see right now is going away into the sea of my authority completely. Every chosen one who's trembling, I got you. Trust me, not because the water isn't real and isn't rising. Every miracle I ever did started with you, not compromising. Faith for sight was never in the calling. Just keep your feet from stalling at the edge of what I've already crossed for you. Every Red Sea in your story, I already went through it, and I'm standing on the other side, still calling. I go first, so nothing you face should be appalling. Appalling is the thought that I would send you in alone. Every battle that you're facing, I already own. On the ground, on the outcome, on the enemy's defeat. I go first, and that means you already compete.